Gate 14 podcast, and the Jays take 2 of 3 from the Washington Nationals, but boy, it did not feel like 2 of 3. Avery, what's up, brother? You're at work. A little bit of a different background for the Shen pup. You're always at the office. I respect it. Always grinding.
Yeah, 10:44 tonight. I got myself into a really, really busy month, and it's gonna catch up to me tomorrow morning when I wake up right away. So
Why don't you sleep there?
I slept here last night, and I need to go home. I need to reset my body a little bit. Yeah, I saw a Junta brother out at the bar last night as well.
I had that in the notes. What the fuck are you doing out? I know it's Sarah's birthday, but what is my brother doing out on a fucking Tuesday? And by the way, for the people that haven't seen the shorts, was he wearing swim trunks? Like, what the fuck were those shorts he was wearing? Like camo swim shorts at the bar? The fuck was that?
I'm a Nick Junta guy. I'll just say it.
How did the conversation go? What happened? I need to know. I'm dying to know now.
So I get into the bar. I'm not wearing my glasses. Like at nighttime, I can't really see really well if I don't wear my glasses. And some guy is standing in the door, like where the bouncers are, and he's just staring at me. So I keep getting closer, just sitting there staring at me still.
Like, was he doing it in like a mocking way where he's like, notice me? Like I'm like as a friendly way. Was he just
kind of,
like,
yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, because I don't think I've met him in person before.
No, you haven't. No.
Okay, so I keep walking closer. Like, who is this guy just waiting for me? Because I know it's not someone I know from work. And then I forgot who it was. I see the face. I know that person. And then I kind of like forget his name. I'm like, it's fucking Nick. I know you. And we get in there. He's just waiting me for getting to the bar. Yeah, me and Nick just chopped it up. Thought we could save the season with a little comeback there when we got in. But as I tweeted out, it was the Junta curse was alive and well with Nick at.
Did you buy him a drink, or did you guys like swindle a little couple drinks there, or what was the deal?
We went drink for drink for each other. He bought me one. He bought me some.
He's
shot.
Rich. Nick Junta is way richer than I'll ever.
But so apparently we were just messaging each other on Instagram till 5 a.m.
You and Nick?
Yeah. So I read through these messages.
I almost just fell in my chair. You and my brother were DMing?
Yeah. So he sends me a 1:37 a.m. photo and he just says, "Let's fucking go." And just a picture of him drinking in some basement. So I send a picture back and he sends me another picture and he goes, "Now we go." And he just keeps saying, "Now we go." And at 12:10 p.m. today, he sends me a video and a photo and he goes, "Woke up just now, supposed to work at 7 a.m. in Milton. Is that good?"
Like brother, like older brother, like younger brother, man. I mean, that's just what we do.
And I said, "You're right on time." Nah, man, fuck. It was the shots. And then we just stopped our conversation.
Just two Junta boys going at it. So you've been to the bar more times with my brother than me. I mean,
that's not true. That's not true.
I guess that's not true.
We were double tin roof. That
that's true. That's double tin roof.
Because I know you so well, it's like Nick and I just know each other. Like we never talked before.
Yeah.
But it's one of those guys you just he was with the hockey guys there, so yeah, that was very interesting to see, and I was very happy to see it.
Are we gonna bring up the TikTok that
Which
the girl
TikTok?
made? That I knew you were gonna bring it up at some point.
I didn't know if you wanted to talk about it, but I can't believe you tweeted it.
I don't care. She posted it on TikTok for clout. I'm posting it on my Twitter for clout.
I know. You look fantastic in it.
It's an eye for an eye. I look great yesterday. I bought this new Nike shirt, and I might just order 50 of them. Like, they go absolutely nuts, this Nike shirt. So anyways, I didn't know she was videotaping that. So she was like, I was doing the interview with the fan first, and she was there, and I was like, I'm sorry, like I got to do this. So I'm doing it, and then like I just see her kind of like move her phone to me, and then like take like a selfie looking type of thing. And I was like, all right, whatever. I didn't think anything of it. And then she sent me a TikTok. Like, she just texted me a TikTok after I dropped her off at Union Station. And I was like, what the fuck? And it had like 400 views, I want to say, in like 6 minutes. And it was just all Gate 14 listeners commenting on it. And then it got removed for bullying on TikTok. So she was like, she said a complaint or whatever, anything about that. And then they put it back up. And I'm just seeing tons of Gate 14 comments under it. But yesterday was a great day. Not to pump my tires. Me and her were at the game. I got asked for 1 trillion pictures. She was just like, oh, okay, I see it now.
Was she taking a lot of the pictures?
No, she took a couple for sure, but like she just like couldn't believe it. And she was like, oh, okay, I thought you were like joking, all that type of stuff. Like I didn't realize like this is how big the podcast is. Like, yeah. But it was all-time tire pump. She posted it like I didn't even post with my ex-girlfriend. I was dating her for 5 years. And this girl's posting TikToks about me, and I just threw it up there. I don't care.
So
whatever.
is it crazier to put like hard launch on socials?
But it's not even, we're not dating. It's just like
I know. But is it like
a funny thing? But she's like she's kind of big on social media. No, I mean she's kind of like on like the Taylor Swift community type of thing where she's kind of big on that. So she just like, I guess just she was kind of drunk. I mean, when she posted it, I'm surprised she didn't delete it, but she posted it and then whatever. Then
is that worse than a girl meeting your parents on the first night?
I mean, it's not worse. Are you crazy?
I just wanted to ask. I wanted to ask.
Introducing a girl to your parents on the first date.
I never introduced her on purpose. They were just there.
But that's what you're gonna run into. That's the only shitty thing.
Yeah, they were just in the way. It's what you have to deal with sometimes.
It's insane.
Where did you guys sit that game?
So shout out to my guy Cav. Got a seat. So listen, you want to hear an all time? This is another thing. She was like, I'm gonna look for tickets. I was like, all right. I was like, what? She's like, I'm gonna pay for tickets. I was like, we don't do that around here. No. I was like, no, we don't do that around here. She's like, I don't believe you. Whatever, fuck it, whatever. Like, I'll wait till tomorrow. And then I sent her a screenshot. I was like, I got us tickets 4 rows up. She's like, what the fuck? She's like, I couldn't believe this. But yeah, we saw 4 rows up. It was awesome. And I will say this though, and I don't know if our listeners can relate to this, but like, I hate being in the middle of the row. Like, I get so uncomfortable walking through an entire crowd of people to go take a piss or go like get a beer or any of that stuff. Like I just feel so uncomfortable doing it. I say sorry 1 trillion times. Yeah. And yesterday we went up like 5 or 6 times.
Really?
Like, yeah, like I just felt, I kept saying to people, I'm sorry. And they're like, dude, like you've walked through us like 6 times. Like it's bad.
So
but
I had a run-in with a person on Saturday where she sat at the end of the row and refused to get up. Like just a grown.
Oh, so she like did the thing where she moves her like she just like tilts.
She didn't even move her knees.
Oh, I would have. Never mind. What I was gonna say was fucked up. I would have walked through her. If you're not moving your legs, I'm stepping on your feet. I'm walking right through you. Have some fucking decency. You're sitting at the end. You know what you signed up for. That's crazy, Avery. Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, when we were in Cincinnati, we sat at the end of one row. Game 2. I felt like I was getting up nonstop.
Oh, that was bad though. That was I remember that. That was real fucking bad.
And like I usually don't care, but it was I said multiple times, I have never stood up and sat down this many times in a day, and it just kept happening.
Yeah. It was bad, but it was fun. Yeah, it's just like I don't know. It's a weird thing. Another thing I noticed from the game yesterday, dude, the more people talk about the music, the more I realize it. It is fucking insane. Like T.O. It's fucking crazy. In between every single pitch, it's like so loud. Like I was with that girl. I was really she kept on like singing along to it, and I was like, "You don't no.
She's part of the problem."
I was like, "You are the reason they do this." I was like, "You got to stop this shit." But I couldn't, dude. It was so loud, bro.
Was she a wave girl too? Then
no. I told her I set some ground rules, not to be that guy. But I was like, if you do the wave, I'm leaving you here. So yeah, no, I'm not a wave guy. I made that very clear. But another thing about the Looney hot dogs night, I think we've discussed this before, Avery.
Yep.
The numbers are the biggest sham lie on in like the history. I'm not gonna go full Donald Trump fake news media on your ass, but those numbers for the Looney Dogs is fucking insane. Like I was looking at it, It was like at 30,000 in the third inning. I blink my eye and it's at like 42,000. I'm like, there was not 11,000 hot dogs consumed in 5 minutes. That's just not efficient. Like, that's just not efficient. That doesn't make fucking sense. That just doesn't make sense. There's no way that yesterday there was like 90,000 hot dogs eaten. No fucking chance, dude. It's the biggest lie ever.
Yeah, I'm out on that counter as well, because haven't they gone up every single time? I remember the counter used to be tweeted out in like an Excel spreadsheet all the time when it happened. I've stopped seeing that. I swear the most games I've been to all season have been Tuesdays. Feels like every time.
Yeah, same. No, that's the exact same. That's the exact. I'm right there with you.
Every time I go to a game, it's Looney Dogs and it's just filled. And I was just like, oh, I guess it's just the games I can make all the time when I'm kind of available.
Yeah.
But how did you have any? Did you take any down?
No, I didn't eat yesterday. So that's why I didn't drink. But no, dude, it is I don't know. It's a sham. It's like the biggest sham in the history of the planet, and it just makes me sick. But a couple of other house keeping things here. The Sports Interaction interview, masterclass. Shout out Emily Savard, shout out Sports Interaction. We got a little announcement coming Friday, on the Friday beer stream, hint hint. But it was, dude, I'll tell you what, Avery, like someone commented it and they were like, seeing Johnny try to act professional in a professional setting, but you still know it's Johnny is the funniest thing ever. Cause I didn't know the vibe of it. Like, I didn't swear in the interview. I didn't really say anything offside or anything funny or anything along those lines. But in my mind, I wanted to say some stuff. I was like, do I say this? Can I crack this? And then the craziest thing is they showed the hickey.
What?
You didn't see that part?
No, I didn't get.
I was talking
Kurt...
about the haters. I was in the podcast. I was like, yeah, there's like the Gate 14 haters, whatever. And they pan to the vlog in the middle of the YouTube video and just show my hickey in the YouTube video. And it's like everyone was tweeting like, what the fuck? They're like, did they just show Johnny's hickey in the fucking YouTube video? It's the elevator part. When me and you were in the elevator and I'm like this, and it's just like the massive hickey on my neck. And they showed it on the Sports Interaction thing.
And the best part was them putting you and Curtis in the first 5 seconds.
Yeah, it was so fucking funny, bro.
But no, man, I'll say it. There's been a lot of things recently. You've just looked good on camera recently, man. I'll say it.
The Tim McGraw, you've really tapped me into the vintage tarps, the vintage shirts. I can't stop looking at shirts now. Like, I was gonna buy a University of Nebraska Cornhuskers shirt. But
was it with like the corn man on it?
Yeah, dude. Oh, it's sick. It's sick. There's a vintage shirt shop, no free ads. There's a vintage shirt shop at Square One. Okay. And there is a trillion vintage shirts there. It is insane. I went in there and I just came. I was like, holy fuck. That's where I got the Tim McGraw shirt. But yeah, I'll be taking a trip back to there for sure. It goes.
I had one of my buddies I used to play OBJ with does that now too. So whenever I see a 2XL shirt, I just DM. I'm just like, yeah, like I will buy that off you immediately, pretty much.
Yeah. And another thing, Ontario's banning online gambling commercials.
Dude, we're about to make
we're gonna make money. Bank. And I'm gonna warn everyone, the listeners, you better get used to these two faces.
If you didn't like Jamie Foxx and you didn't like Breaking Bad guy, Bet365, you're gonna hate these two mugs.
You're gonna hate these guys. But I guess we're podcasters, we're not celebrities, so it's a little bit different. But I will say it is. I am selling my soul for that bag. I don't give a shit. I cannot wait to just be like, look at the live odds on screen now on Sportsnet, and just get the people going with it. Yeah, the banning of the celebrities thing is funny because everyone in Canada just hates those dudes. Like, they hate the Jamie Foxx commercials. They hate all that stuff. It's insane.
Oh yeah, the Bet365 one just boils my blood at this point. Same game parlays. Shut up, dude, please.
Same game parlays. Yeah, no, it's funny, but let's go on to some Blue Jays stuff, man.
Well, I want to say one thing as well. Jeremy Roach came through for the first time ever for us.
Yes. Jeremy Roach sent us are you talking about the care package?
Oh yeah.
Jeremy Roach sent us a care. It was the most random message ever because I was never going to ask him. But Jeremy Roach, I was like, dude, you just get all of our fucking boys free cuts shit. Like, what the fuck? So I said to JR, or he said to us, he's like, you boys want some cut stuff? I was like, yes, I want some fucking cut stuff, JR. Are you kidding me? And then he's just like, what's your boy's size? He said to the care package, I got it last night when I got home at like 1 a.m. from the Jays game. I opened up the package and it is full of Cuts clothing shit. It is insane. I cannot wait to rock this little olive joggers. I'm not an olive joggers guy, but fuck it. You'll be seeing me in that at Paris, Texas at some point. It's electric. So shout out to JR for coming through. And JR has been tapping in a little bit to
I have
Blue Jays
never
baseball.
Yeah, JR is finally watching the Blue Jays. So
it took him a year and a half. It took him a year and a half.
And we're getting texts, like it was noon at work today, and he was texting us about the game and stuff like that. And he's texting us about like all the Texas. I think he could watch more Seattle games because obviously he's on that time zone. So he's tapped into the race out west.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to get JR back on here. Maybe he won't be silent for 30 minutes and we can get him tapped into a little Blue Jays talk this weekend.
Another thing, another thing. We got to talk about that Talking Jake quote. Where he's like, they're having a lot of sex. He's having a lot of sex talking about a child.
He said he's about to get so laid or something like that.
Yeah, it was like
he doubled down on it too,
which is crazy. We have said some fucking stupid shit on this podcast, rightfully so. I'm very dumb.
Yeah,
but that's never even crossed my mind. Like that's insane. Yeah. Talking about a child having sex. It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, a 12-year-old kid hits the greatest sporting moment of his life, probably, and this guy goes, "Yeah, he's having tons of sex." Like, dude, that guy can't fucking take care of himself. He's finally dressing himself this year, and that's what you're talking about.
It was insane. So it made me think, like, what are we gonna get credit for? What are we gonna get canceled for? Like, what's like an offside thing we're gonna maybe talk about? Like, do you think we'll like slip up? I don't think we'll slip up because we're fair. You actually, funny story about this podcast. You have slipped up a couple times that we had to delete some clips.
Yeah. But it's always like politics mixing in. It's not like
no. What you said, this was a long time ago, and I know our listeners are gonna get mad about it. What you said, I right after the podcast said, I was like, that has to get deleted now.
I don't even remember what it was.
It was like it was something like a JFK thing.
Oh yeah, see, it's not like actually bad. It's like,
but I couldn't believe you said it. I was on the podcast and I was just like, what the fuck? You better delete that right now. No, you said something along those lines that has been cancelable.
See, I actually don't think that. I still don't think that was that. I actually think he was pretty because it was not like that offside. Like there was not.
Oh, it's offside. I don't think you remember what you said, but it was. Offside.
It wasn't fucking racist or homophobic. So
no, it wasn't that stuff. But it was along the lines of murdering someone.
Yeah,
I will say. It wasn't. I do remember that. I don't even know if this is a good podcast so far. I think this is a great podcast. We're peeling the onion for the listeners.
Yeah.
We've had some cancelable moments, but so the last thing, I guess we can go into Blue Jays baseball now with this type of stuff. But
the only thing we'd get canceled for, actually, I don't even know what it would be.
The misogynistic stuff gets brought up every once in a while, but I feel like that
we're trying to find love.
Yeah, that was just one person though. That was like just one person, and that just
we're trying to tell real life stories of bachelors in their 25s.
Exactly, man. That got nipped in the butt real quick too. So, Johnny Sources almost came out of retirement on Monday. Thank God I didn't, because the news drop that I got, and I won't say what it is because hopefully it happens on Friday. Was a very serious news drop. And I stopped in my tracks when I got it. And I texted Avery. I was like, Johnny Sources retired. If you want to break this, you could break this. I said, just give me a second. Part of me kind of was hoping that I just gave it to you and you broke it and then just got dunked on by everyone. Because that would have been the funniest prank I've ever done.
Because what you said to me, I was going to tweet from the desk of Johnny Sources so people knew
That's
it was
not a cop out. I would have disavowed. I would have quote tweet disavowed.
Yes,
until it hit though.
But it would have been funny. You played the joke on me. I also put the onus back on you that it's your fault. So that was the game we were gonna play there. That thing needs to happen. By the way, that would be
that would fucking rock.
Yeah, that'd be great breaking news. So
That would rock.
what was different about this time than the other times though?
So
Because
this time, the
something
guy,
happened.
this time, my source said he's 98% sure.
Oh, and he's
So
never said
so usually he's like, oh, it's happening, yada 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 yada, and I'm like, all right, I don't even really read the rest of the text. I just tweet it. This time I was really cautious because I am flying so close to the sun on Johnny's sources where I am like, there is one slip up because right now I have a crazy track record. There is one slip up that will fuck my life up. That I will just I will never recover.
You'll never get a scoop again, or you'll never be able to break it again.
Exactly. So I'm happy I didn't break it. But it was incredible. It was a rush I've never experienced. I'm happy I didn't break it because if it would have broke, I would have taken 100% credit for it. So thank God and credit to me for not doing that. But yeah, it was awesome. I wanted to tweet it so bad, but thank fuck I did not because people would have said the haters would have said some very mean stuff waiting in the crosshairs. But
credit
yeah,
to
whatever,
you, man.
Credit to me. But another thing, Josh Donaldson on waivers. I was an advocate for him to be a Blue Jay. I didn't realize
if he wasn't a horrible person, from everything I've heard, he's like a really bad teammate, right?
I'm pretty sure that's what they said, right? Like they said in Yankees clubhouse, like he's just a cancer.
Yeah.
Right? So
if that wasn't a thing, maybe I would have been all in for it. It would have been a nice return. For one of the better players we'd seen play here.
It would have been nostalgia. I hope he would have never played, but he's probably better than Mason McCoy or McCuck. I mean, so the Jays calling up Mason McCuck was wild. Like that was genuinely the last guy that I thought that they would call up.
Especially because the service time manipulation is just done right now, right?
Yeah, I don't get. He sucks. He's fucking bad. Listen, it's a great story, whatever. Obviously, like a late round pick, was doubted. I mean, blue collared guy, like John Schneider said, but what the fuck?
They said he's one of the better defenders in the system, and he kind of showed that the only play he almost made today, right in the 9th inning.
Yeah,
sick fucking diving play. So I think that's why he's never going to. If you need someone to play there, you just call someone else up instead of him. Like they're trying to get reps for other guys who can help out, I think, and swing in. Like they're like, Mason, you're not going to play. You'll get in the 9th inning maybe once or twice. Like the at bat, what did he strike out again today too?
Yeah,
the numbers aren't there with the bat, especially in AAA. But I guess they're going to use him to pinch run, which they didn't use him when they could have, and he'll play the 9th inning of some games.
And I'm not saying this because he's my guy and he was supposed to come on the podcast tonight, surprise appearance, but they're not going to be at the hotel for another hour. Ernie Clement has slotted in at shortstop. He is awesome. Like he is awesome. I think they said he has the highest average for a Blue Jay in his first 12 games ever. So, I mean,
Ernie is, we've met a lot of nice people. Jano's
so hot.
Like
so hot.
We haven't met a bad person yet. I'll say that.
No, we haven't. No, we haven't.
Ernie
maybe G Marts.
Yeah. He's different. Every guy we've met, super awesome. Ernie is just like over the top, nicest.
Yeah, he really is. Like Ernie, and I'll give you a little background. Like he texted me this morning. The boys are fired up and ready to fucking go today. Just out of the blue. Like I didn't text him. I was like, he texted me this at like 12 or 1 o'clock, and I was like, oh, all right, let's fucking go. And next thing you know, Ernie just gets, I think he got player of the game today. Obviously, he got the ice bath. He was raking. And then he texted me after, told you, ... I was like, you motherfucker, you're a bad man. You're a fucking bad man. And then he texted me, the vibe is immaculate. Expect the boys to go on a run. I was like, happy flight. He's like, yup. He's like, oh, all right, Ern Dog.
Happy, dude, just imagine that flight, big win today, day off tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, they are. Oh, I don't even want to know how fucked up they got on that plane. Bro.
And they're 2 hours behind, right? So maybe you get to the hotel, maybe some pints with the fellas again.
Yeah, for sure.
This night going.
Ernie's a beer guy for sure. We gotta do a vlog with Ernie. We gotta go to a Buffalo Bills game with Ernie. That would do numbers.
Yeah,
a Bills game with Ernie. I'm gonna bring it up to him.
I didn't know he was so Buffalo, like through and through.
I mean, his walk-up song is the Buffalo Bills song.
Yeah, shout, right?
Yeah, shout. So he's the best. So it's
It's
awesome
awesome to see him and Davis just fucking
left side of the infield.
yeah, just doing their thing,
Could
man.
you imagine if I would have told you in like April or March that the left side of the Toronto Blue Jays infield would be Davis Schneider and fucking Ernie Clement in August?
And they'd be hitting a combined 700 or
Yeah,
whatever.
they would hit like 700 in August. It's wild, man. And Ernie Clement, I mean, he's just a ball player. Like, and Luplo said this to me when I met him. He has the most generic MLB The Show ass baseball stance on the fucking planet. Like, Ernie has no style in the batter's box, none. He just wears Jordans. Obviously, very good looking, so he doesn't really need good style. But his stance has no like aura, no swag. It just literally,
like, you wouldn't be shocked to see him wearing the 2-flap helmet up there.
Exactly. It is the exact stance you get when you start your MLB. It is the stance.
It's generic one.
It's generic one. It is the stance that you teach 2-year-old or 4-year-olds when they're playing t-ball. It's just elbow up, just upright, kind of upright, bend your knees. That's what it is. And he just rakes. I don't even think he was that good of a hitter. I mean, he was with the A's and the Guardians and stuff like that. But his bat to ball is insane. I think they mentioned his strikeout rate being like insanely low in AAA. And that's what this team needs, a heavy strikeout team, right? I mean, his at-bats today were awesome. His at-bats yesterday or 2 days ago and yesterday. He's been competing in the batter's box for this team, and it's awesome to see. I mean, today again, 2 for 3. He's hitting 444 with a 450 on base. I know it's only 18 at bats, but he's been putting on a masterclass, Dave. It's awesome to see. It's awesome to see.
When good things happen to good people, there's not a better feeling in the world. So shout out to Ernie, man. Plays really good shortstop as well. I mean, we're back picking people. I know that might come from the catcher or whatever too. It's just he seems to just make the right plays often, and that's what you need. So
it's awesome.
Good replacement. Paul DeYoung, rest in piss.
Rest in piss, bozo.
Ernie Clement forever, man.
Ernie Clement. Great guy, wants to be here, cares about the team. I'll tell you this background story. So listeners don't know about this. So I didn't have Ernie Clement's number saved. I'm sorry for listening to this, Ernie, for a while. Like, so him and I would text, and I'd be like, all right, I know this is Ernie because of the area code. I got one text one day, and I just get tons of text messages when Brandon Belt does something, humble brag. Someone with his area code, I didn't realize it was him, just texted me the cock with a shit ton of like exclamation marks. And I didn't realize it was him. I just responded the goat. And then when he texted me the other day, I was scrolling up on our messages. I was like, did Ernie text me the cock like 2 weeks ago? And it was him. Ernie's just locked in. He loves this team. He wants to be here. He watches this team when he's not playing. And he has the passion that unites us all with the Toronto Blue Jays. He does. It's incredible. So I'm just happy for him. I love to see him doing his thing. And it's just awesome, man. It's awesome when guys that you care about, guys that you know, just have success. So shout out to the Ernie Dog. But let's go into the series, man. The Monday series, our joy was back, Ave.
Yes.
Our joy was back on that Monday. Just the old-fashioned, just a fist fucking. Just a fist fucking, dog walking.
Yep, skull fucking, whatever you want to say, man.
Up 5-1 in the third inning. Springer coming through, Vladdy coming through, and of course, Davis Schneider. At what point, Avery, do we just say this is what he is? Because this is a crazy run from Davis Schneider. He has more home runs than like 4 guys on the team already, and he's been here for 2 weeks. He is insane.
So he has the best OPS over a 12-game stretch in American League history or something like that.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I think Foolish Baseball tweeted that. So if it was a troll, I don't think it was. That might be wrong, but I saw that as I was driving back to the office tonight. David Schneider's just going to replace Whit Merrifield next year.
You think so?
He plays the same positions. I don't know.
Not as good defensively as Whit, though. But
is Whit that good defensively?
I actually saw this. I think, and maybe you can search this up, Avery, but I'm pretty sure Davis Schneider has like a pretty good DRS right now.
Okay. Hell yeah. So he plays second base, and he has played left field. I don't know how much in his career he has played left field, but that's just what Whit Merrifield does as well. And you'll pay Davis Schneider whatever you have to pay him, and you let Whit Merrifield walk for what is 16, something crazy, like
18, I think.
Yeah. Way too much money. This is a perfect just replacement for Whit Merrifield.
I mean, his weighted runs created plus is 281 right now.
Sure, it's not sustainable at that level. It could probably
Yeah.
get better too. Fuck, he's the best ever.
It's so good, dude. I
It's
don't know how to
refreshing to
read
watch.
this.
I get the feeling of almost MVP Vlad when he comes to the plate.
It's good ball. Like he has a pull percentage of 56.7%, Abe. Like
Yeah,
it's
pull
just
that shit. I want to
he
see that.
pulls the fucking baseball. He does what Vladdy did in 2021. Like every Davis Schneider at bat, it gives me like Brandon Belt vibes where it's just like it's 3-2, 3-1 every single at bat. Like his on base percentage is really good. He's not chasing. I mean, he adjusts. I mean, we talked about the high fastball problems earlier. He's hitting high fastballs out. His hard hit percentage is 36.7%, which is really good. He's pulling them, like I said, 56.7%. It's just he puts good bat to ball and he hits the ball really hard and he pulls it, which is something that we don't see with this fucking team anymore.
Yep. It's been incredible to watch, man. I think the one thing for me is the plate discipline. There was like a 3-2 pitch today, slider out of the zone that we see Vladdy and we see Bo swing over every. It is tough. I mean, different pitchers, but it's just like something you get really frustrated on Bo is the flail swing on sliders low, and he just kind of swings the bat around his head and goes back to the dugout because he's out. David Schneider's really good plate discipline, and he crushes fucking heaters that are down the middle of the plate like he should do. Been incredible.
Johnny Analytics is tapping in here. Is his zone contact percentage of 72% good? Like, is that high?
No, it's not that high.
Okay. What about
I'm pretty sure.
What about 53.8% outside of zone contact?
I also don't think that's that great.
Okay, I don't. You know what? Fuck it. I tried. I tried. I don't fucking know, man.
Yeah, because go look at like Luis Arias's zone contact percentage. That'll tell you what's. I think he's like 94% zone contact percentage.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, I don't fucking know. But I mean, he plays everywhere. You are right with the Whit Merrifield comparison. It's just those are big shoes to fill. But Whit Merrifield has been really struggling. I don't know if you've been looking up his stats, but I think he is.
Yeah, no, he was struggling. So let's put him in the 4-hole.
Yeah, so that's the Jays philosophy. It's the ball. Maybe the balls aren't juiced in AAA. Maybe the AAA guys just fucking rake Avery.
Yeah,
like maybe Spencer Horwitz just comes up and just does the exact same thing, and or Addison Barger on Friday. But
okay, so Luis Arias zone contact percentage 94.8%, out of zone contact percentage 91.4%. He's a special case, obviously.
Yeah, that's like a hard comparison to make, but it is. Yeah,
the best at it.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's shout out Babe Schneider forever, dude. Babe Schneider for fucking ever. But going back into let's go into the series. I guess we can go. So game one, like I said, Kevin Gausman has looked really shaky, man. I don't know what it is, and I know we talked about this last podcast. Just like everyone is laying off of the sliders. But I will say this though, him and Pete Walker are making in-game adjustments where they're coming at you with that low fastball now because they know you're taking away those low pitches. I think Garrett Cole's like gonna win the Cy Young with ease now. Valdez kind of getting shelled a little bit. Gossman's kind of looked a little bit off. I think it's Garrett Cole's now with ease. Like I don't even think it's like a question anymore.
Yeah, I don't know where those numbers are at right now, but it's like the out of zone swing percentage on the splitter this last start 35%. I think it's usually been better than that for a while. So it's interesting, but I do think the low fastball is a good thing for Kevin Gausman again, because when you're telling people when you see the splitter is if it's starting low and you think it's going to be obviously a ball, we're taking, right? So fastball kind of same release, getting down in the zone, and you're taking it again because you think that you need to take that pitch. It's going to end up in the dirt if it's a splitter. So interesting how they've been, but we kind of saw this same thing with Kevin Gausman last year, and that they thought was a tipping pitches problem.
Yeah.
So maybe he's reverted to what he did kind of prefix, and now teams are picking up on that. So it's kind of interesting. The talent's there, obviously.
But it wouldn't be tipping pitches though, because they are really watching cockshot fastballs because they're thinking it's splitters, right? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know where. I mean, Oh fuck, meltdown. It is just it's all. I mean, the Jays still won that game. They gave him run support, but he tried his hardest. I even think he said it was like, I got lucky as fuck tonight. Like the bats showed up tonight. I got lucky as fuck.
Oh,
So
it's nice to finally give him some run support.
they're picking him up, man. They're picking him up more than they have before. So that was an awesome game. I was ready to. I mean, I had my joy back just seeing Vladdy pull baseball. I mean, clutch double. George Springer come through. Dalton Varsho looks incredible, absolutely incredible. The guy is so good in center field, and he's hitting the ball at an alarmingly hard rate. It just looks awesome. It's awesome. And then the Tuesday game happened. Yesterday's game was the most frustrating thing I've watched in a very long time. The lack of urgency with the bases loaded, the unserious at bats against Mackenzie Gore, who just wasn't throwing strikes. Like he was at like 108 pitches in like the 5th or 6th inning.
Yeah, they said he was at 79 pitches through 3 or something like that.
They were like, the Nationals were just leaving him in to die, and the Toronto Blue Jays just like said, all right, fuck it, I don't want to win this shit anyways. It was crazy. I mean, they scored 1 run in 6 innings off Mackenzie Gore, 1 run and 5 runs on Mackenzie Gore. And albeit it is tough to come back like this when Jose Barrios is just getting absolutely shelled. I mean, the guy gave up 5 runs, but it's like you're facing the Washington Nationals, dude. Like, I just couldn't believe it. But the biggest thing that I want to talk about with that game, and maybe I don't know if you're on the same side with me as this, was the not pinch running for Alejandro Kirk, a DH. Like, it made no difference for you to pinch run. Like, you won't lose the DH role, right?
Yeah, because he was the DH, not the catcher.
And you got Mason McCoy on the bench, who is quite literally only here to pinch run.
Yeah.
And you don't pinch run Alejandro Kirk. That was in slow-mo. Because
how does he not get there though?
Like, that is insane. A below average arm and left too, by the way. Like a guy that just doesn't have a good arm. Thomas, what's his name? J Thomas, something like that, or
Lane Thomas?
No, not Lane Thomas. Jared Young. Okay. Just a noodle arm. And I mean, Alejandro Kirk,
I thought he got thrown out from center.
Jared Young was playing center.
Oh, okay. You said left. You said left.
I said left. But yeah, just Alejandro Kirk. A guy with a wheelchair scores. It is crazy.
I could beat Alejandro Kirk in a race. I think it's gonna be close.
It's crazy that you can't score there. It's 90 feet. It was deep enough to score. I think fucking Pistol Pete Walker, the corpse of Pistol Pete, scores on that shit. I couldn't believe my eyes at how slow this guy was running. Like, that video, and I saw it after, I couldn't believe how a human being could be this slow, a professional athlete. It was insane.
You hate to see that. Yeah, it's such an important spot.
But I don't know, like, people were blaming Luis Rivera. You can't blame him. You're going to send the guy. You know how dumb you look holding a guy up at third on a sacrifice fly opportunity? It's the person to blame is not pinch running for the fucking dude. That's the person to blame is fucking John Schneider.
Yep.
Like, that's the only, you can't blame Kirk. Obviously, he doesn't control how fucking fast he is. You can't blame Luis Rivera for sending him. Obviously, the right choice. You blame the non-pinch run factor. Like, it's once in a bazillion where you have all of Blue Jays Twitter agreeing on something. Everyone agreed on that, besides Mike Wilner, obviously, who said it was a smart decision. But every single human being on Twitter, on Blue Jays Twitter, agreed you pinch run there. Everyone. It was crazy. But what stole the show was the 9th inning.
Yep.
I still, to this day, I am at a loss of words at that 9th inning, Avery. Let's go into some of the at-bats here. So top of the 9th, Kevin Biggio, 2B1 single, Kevin Kiermaier single, George Springer walk. Bases loaded, down 2 to a guy who has no idea where his baseball is going, and Finnegan. No idea. David Schneider strikeout, but he was the reason why the Jays scored, so you can't really blame him on that. The Vladdy at bat.
He was trying so hard to hit into a double play.
He wanted that double play ball so fucking bad, dude. So bad. Yep. Like, he was begging for a double play ball. But it just, like, it's the epitome of the Jays season. You got bases loaded, no outs, down 2 against the cat shit team. and you score one fucking run with the heart of your order up. Like David Schneider, you got to put the ball in play, obviously. I mean, that's just like a rookie thing. I mean, it's obviously still adjusting. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., there is no fucking excuse for that, bro. There is no, you swing at a cat shit pitch and you hit a chopper. Like the old Vladdy just hits that the other way, just says, fuck it, spits on it, hits the other way. Or he just doesn't swing at it. But that had double play written all over it. And he is lucky that the third baseman for the Nationals is cat shit, because that would have been a double play, or he would have done some crazy shit or whatever. But it sucked. And the Danny Jansen at bat was even worse. Popped up, didn't even put the ball in play. Popped up in foul territory.
Yeah, that was tough because he fouled one back. Like once he found his splitter again, I was just kind of worried as how the at bats were gonna go. That was a front, because obviously the Nats are shit. Like they've played some good baseball, but we've seen 2 instances this week that they're not that great of a baseball team. The talent's not there compared to what the Blue Jays have. Got to just step on their throats at that point. Momentum building win for a team in a playoff push as well. And we dropped a game as well. So like if Jano hits a double and saves the season like he's done 100 times already this year, we go crazy. But there's a couple plays that make that a bad game.
It's just that Vladdy at bat was what really killed me, man.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it was like 0-1, and then he just fucking hits like this dog shit ass chopper to third base, like just an unserious swing, an unserious like effort, no fight, nothing. It was terrible. But a bright spot of that game, I know there's not many positives, obviously, but for me, a very bright spot of that game was Bowden Francis. No, yep. Bowden Francis, man. I mean, this guy has slotted into a role with this team that what Jay Jackson kind of was. And I mean, you could talk about sample size this, sample size that. Bowden Francis has thrown 31 innings this year, .77 whip, 29 strikeouts, 1.74 ERA. This dude is a dog. This dude is a fucking dog in the bullpen. And I think Jay Jackson now is the odd man out. And it sucks because I love Jay Jackson. He's a great guy, seems like a great guy. But he just... he's really kind of pitching himself out of that role now. I know he has tons of stuff going on at home, but when Chad Green comes up, how do you send Bowden Francis down? How do you send a guy with a 1.74?
Well, I don't think you don't have to send him down, right? Because of the call.
Oh, expanding. Sorry.
Well, because you get two new players, I think, right? So one of them should be a bench bat, and the other one will be Chad Green. So I think they're okay.
Yeah.
But I want to go into what I talked about last episode. I saw someone else tweet this as well. Avery was first on this case that he should be back to being a starter next year.
You think so?
Yeah. He's super valuable right now, but what starting pitching depth do we have in the system? We had fucking Zach Thompson as our pitching depth before he decided to just go play somewhere else instead.
Yeah.
Bowden, the article, whoever said that he doesn't love pitching out of the pen that much. Like, he likes being a starter. So I think you give him the chance. Again, it might not at the big league level, probably him starting as a starter next season, but I think you stretch him out and you try and get back to that because he's effective, and he's effective over multiple innings. It might not be multiple times through the lineup, but you got to give a guy like that a shot.
Like a Ross Stripling type from last year.
Sure, exactly. But he could do that. We don't know. We haven't seen it. He's been very successful in the role he's been asked to do. So I think you try and expand that to a guy for next season as well.
And he's been kind of blocked, right? I mean,
yeah, your ceiling's limited in the role he's in right now, right? Because usually you'd think that role is a middle reliever when the game's out of hand and you need to eat innings. But he's just eating innings when they're fucking up runs, close games, whatever. Just like Bowden, okay, go out there, shut people down. So I think out of goodwill might be the wrong term, but I think you let him try and start again next season.
He's earned it. Definitely earned it. But yeah, that game was bad, man. I mean, season was over after that game. I'll be honest. I might have said that a couple times. But it was bad. I mean, things were going bad. Now, update for the tracker for the people out there. The Jays have to go 9-1 over the next 10. No.
That sounds
8-1. 8-1 over the next 9 games. 8-1 over the next 9 games to get to that 11-4 threshold. that I said that the season's over. So the ball's in your court. Ball's in your court, Blue Jays. That's a crazy 8-1. That would be kind of nuts. The Mariners kind of did it against catch it
What's
teams.
the longest win streak we've had this season? 6 games.
6 games.
We need 10.
The Kansas City Royals and the Oakland Athletics have had a longer win streak than the Toronto Blue Jays this year.
Wow.
That's just the definition of mid, bro. That's bad.
Catastrophic, as some would say.
But maybe they're saving it for September, that September run. Last year, people forget, that September for the Toronto Blue Jays last year rocked. Like Bo Bichette hitting like 500. That was the best. So
as YJ's tweeted tonight, hopefully he found out the whole team took steroids in September and we just find a way to get into a lot of wins. That
would fire me up. I just want to run, Avery. I just want to fucking run, bro.
Yep.
Give me a run. The content game needs it. The Gate 14 boys need it. But let's go into today's game. Just an absolute dog shit kicking. They needed that so goddamn bad. I mean, obviously the 6-3 game or 7-3 game on 6-3 on Monday was a good one. 7-0 just hits different. Absolutely hits different. I mean, Alejandro Kirk, I'll give my flowers. I was chirping the guy yesterday.
Thank you.
Rightfully so. He's
this is big of you.
He's the slowest human being on the fucking planet. 3 for 3, 3 RBIs, came up clutch today multiple times. Ernie Clement 2 for 3. The bottom of the order, Santiago Espinal 2 for 4. Biggio 1 for 3. Varsho 1 for 4. Oh, like the best 5-9 in MLB history took place.
I think that's always been the problem is they can be good, but you need the big guys who get up more often than the bottom guys to produce and be clutch. And that's just what we haven't seen. Chris Bassett had 6 swing and misses today in 8 innings. And his velo was pretty down across the board. But
he had like 1 strikeout through the 5th.
Yeah, he got the rest of them 3. Later. I'll take it though. Like zeros are zeros. So I can't get.
That was a big boy start. And I don't know if you saw this. Did you see what Chris Bassett said about his routine now? He doesn't do long toss anymore.
What was that?
He said that's what he think was slow. Like he has a history, obviously. Like, you know what Mets fans say, like when the lights shine the brightest, like postseason or end of the year, he fucking fumbled the bag.
Yeah.
So he said like he found himself, he was more fatigued in previous years from doing long toss and just overthrowing and stuff like that. So for this stretch run for like the last couple of weeks or so, or even maybe it might even be a month, he's not doing any long toss. So like he's just throwing like that 60 feet or 90 feet before every start.
Not
stretching it out.
I hope it works for him.
It's worked out today. He looked fucking incredible.
I don't even know how to feel about that, honestly. But whatever Chris wants to do, if he's going to throw 8 shutty every time he goes out there, you could not even warm up for all I care. Just get on the mound and shove. But no, that was nice for Chris Bassett. Kind of maybe a rougher stretch for him where he looks so frustrated every time he pitches. Even if it's going well, he looks frustrated.
I love that though. I absolutely love that.
Okay, because I know he gave up a 0-2 double to someone today, and he was on a slider right down the middle, and he looked so fucking mad the whole time. And I think it was 5-0.
He's a competitor, man. He's an absolute competitor. He really is. He's a baller. He's just I'm happy he's doing great again. So because that was awesome. But yeah, it was the bottom of the lineup show, man. I mean, this 5-9 tonight, like you look at this lineup on paper and you're like, what the fuck is this? But the 5-9 came through today, man, and they've been coming through for a while for this team. The big boys haven't done fuck all. Like George Springer really hasn't done that much. I mean, I guess that RBI on Monday today, 1 for 5, but it's really the guys, the unsung heroes, like the Buffalo Bison boys kind of carrying this team. Davis Schneider, Ernie Clement, obviously, like we talked about, Kevin Biggio, who should have been in Buffalo at one point, Santiago Espinal, who should have been in Guantanamo Bay. All these guys are coming through that are like the least expecting. The guys that you want to be coming through aren't really coming through for this team. And it's awesome because it shows the depth off a little bit, especially with Bo Bichette injured. The Jays won a series without Bo Bichette, and they've won a decent amount of series without them. They swept the Red Sox at Fenway, I think, right? Without Bo Bichette. Or I think, did they win 2-3 there? I think it was.
We swept.
Yeah, it was swept. So yeah, they're really, I mean, the depth isn't as bad as maybe we thought it was, man. I mean, you got Horwitz waiting in the background. You got Addison Barger waiting in the background. Arelvis Martinez, who looks really good. Yeah, there's the depth's there, man. It really is. And the Buffalo boys are raking, absolutely raking.
I love the Buffalo boys.
Yep. Goated, as YJ says. But yeah, great series. I mean, I wanted a sweep. I was disappointed, I'll be honest with you. For me, it was always sweep or bust here, but whatever. I guess I'll take it. I would have loved a sweep, but I'm just happy the Texas Rangers lost tonight. So the Jays are back to 2.5 back. And the next time we could be talking to you guys, the Jays could be 1.5 games back of a playoff spot, or even half a game back, right? We don't know. The Jays go in Coors Field and do what I think they should do. They should be half a game back if they sweep. So we'll see what happens. But let's go into listener questions, Dave.
Okay. Do you think Guillermo would ever come on the pod?
Fuck no, never.
That would have been my answer too. If there was I like this question. Good question here. There is a stat similar to wins above replacement for coaches. How much wins above replacement would each coach on the team have this season?
Johnny Schneider would be in the negatives.
No.
You don't think? He has made so many fuck ups.
You think negative? Like, you have to be pretty bad to be negative.
Okay, he would be like Vladdy.
Okay, so like a 0.5 WAR.
No, Vladdy's at like 0.4, I think. But yeah, 0.4 F WAR. Yeah, he'd be like a 0.4 F WAR. John Schneider.
Well,
Pete Walker would be like Ronald Acuna level WAR. Like,
you think so?
Oh, dude, are you kidding me with his pitching staff? Pete Walker would be leading all coaching staffs in WAR. What he has done with his pitching staff is fucking ridiculous. This team is so good pitching wise. So Pistol Pete would have a fucking 10 WAR.
What about the replay review guy? What would his WAR be?
No, that'd have to be negative.
Yep.
You saw that today. That no challenge on the Davis Schneider slide, when Davis Schneider looked at them and said, I was safe, and they just, I don't know.
But like, how many guys would say I was out for sure?
Some guys will do like they'll say like, I don't know. But Davis Schneider, right when he touched the bag, he popped up and said I was safe. Like, yeah. But it was so obviously safe too, though. But the thing is, they have such a quick trigger to challenge stuff. But when you actually can make the right challenge, you don't do that. Like, I was so confused with that thought process. Didn't make any sense.
People forget the final straw for our friend Charlie was a challenge.
Yep. With Vlad, he told him don't challenge any challenge.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Expectations for the Jays going into September.
Got to get him in a playoff spot. And I'm looking at this. Came to my attention, a guy by the name of James G. Shout out James G. So the series ahead, the Jays face the Rockies, Oakland, and KC. Very easy schedule. Seattle faces Mariners, Cincinnati Reds, and Tampa Bay Rays. Mets.
Try that again. Yeah.
Mets, Cincinnati Reds, and Tampa Bay Rays. Not a easy schedule. I mean, that's Tampa Bay Rays and Cincinnati are decent teams on the road. All three of those games are on the road, by the way. Texas faces Minnesota, Houston, Oakland. So 2 out of 3 of those series they can go either way. Houston faces New York Yankees, Texas in Texas, and the Padres. So Houston and Texas facing each other. We can only hope one team gets swept, right?
Yes.
Yeah. If one team gets swept, then the Jays are in a playoff spot, right? I mean, if the Jays take care of business in Colorado and in Oakland. So I'm going to say by like the first or second week of September being in a playoff spot. That's an ideal expectation for me.
Yeah,
first or second week of September.
I think it gets down to the end for the third one.
Really?
Yeah.
That Texas Rangers series, dude. Oh, those streams are going to go crazy.
That's at home, right?
Yes, in 2 weeks. Those streams are going to go fucking crazy.
Yeah, because we already played in Texas so far. Yeah, man, I still think this is a good baseball team. All right, there's what question about call-ups. We kind of did that already. If we make the playoffs, do you think the pitching staff can carry us to a deep run?
Yes. This pitching staff is so good. Pen is good.
Pen is good. I agree with that, but the things that won't let us get a deep run are the things that hurt us now is the no runners in scoring position thing.
Yes. So if they can figure that out, and we'll see. I mean, the Jays are known, and we always talked about this a couple of weeks ago. The Jays are known to go on these little runs in September, man.
Special time in the city.
It's a special time, man. Something about it. It just hits different. It hits different. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to a big September. It's going to be an awesome schedule. Facing the Yankees, Rays to end it off, and then the Red Sox are in there as well.
I hope they shut Aaron Judge down by that time.
Yeah, they should do the right thing and shut that down. And Giancarlo and Garrett Cole. But yeah, I'm excited for September, man. I'm so fucking pumped.
Out of the 3 people on the pod, who do you think could run the best farm? There's an easy answer to this. Grain or animals, he says.
JR would be a great farm guy.
Fuck no, he's not gritty enough. I would run the best farm.
Yeah, you're right. You would. And you would for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good point.
I helped build a maple syrup farm in Sudbury, so it's not like a real farm.
Okay.
Grain or animals, obviously.
Okay.
I'm not that gritty, but I think I'm the grittiest of all of us.
You are great. I mean, you haven't worked as gritty jobs as I've worked.
No.
But yeah.
No, but that's because I was lucky with people I knew. All right, yeah, there's a George Springer question. We think George Springer will be fine, and we also think David Schneider's for real. Think he's very good at hitting the baseball. Obviously, the crazy hot streak will come to an end. It's baseball. The law of averages are going to even out at some point here, but he's a fucking great baseball player.
So let's go in.
That's it for listener questions.
Okay, I'm gonna start doing this a daily update on Johnny G's screen time daily average keep the listeners aware. So this week, I'm averaging 12 hours, 18 minutes.
Okay.
17 hours on Twitter so far.
When did the week start? As of Monday?
Yeah, Sunday. So
okay.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So 4 days, 17 hours on Twitter.
Do you go on Twitter on your computer at all?
No.
Okay.
Yes, 17 hours on Twitter, 6 hours on text, 4 hours on Insta, 4 hours on TikTok. Daily average. This is fucking crazy. Daily average, I pick up my phone 159 times.
Holy shit. I actually don't feel like that's that bad. I pick up my phone a ton too.
Okay. Daily average notifications, 1,700 Twitter notifications a day. Holy shit. That's a lot,
man.
That's a lot.
This is good, like therapy, us working through your screen.
Yeah, we're working through it. So yeah, if our listeners want to send me screenshots of your screen time to make me feel either bad or good about it, feel free to let go, let loose.
Yeah.
Do what you need to do. But let's go into the weekend series, man. And by the way, if you haven't got tickets to Gate 14 Bar Night, do that. We're running close. We're almost that sold out here. I'm going to make a TikTok about it, which will probably get it over the limit. So do that now before I make that TikTok on Friday. Tell your friends about it. It's going to be awesome. It's next Friday.
It's next Friday.
Yes.
Holy I have a wedding the next day to go to.
That's bad. But yeah, looking forward to it. I've gotten a decent amount of females coming, so it should be a good time. It should be awesome to see all the listeners and meet all you guys and stuff like that. So let's go into the and by the way, we don't say this, we gotta say this more on a podcast, Avery. Maybe we can make like a pre-roll. Like the YouTube video, for fuck's sakes. Like the YouTube. Please
subscribe to the YouTube.
Yeah, the subscribers have been buzzing, but like the YouTube. Let's go into the weekend series at Coors Field. I'm excited to see the Jays play there. I don't remember the last time they've played there. I'm assuming it's a long time ago. Friday, we got our king, the Korean king, Ryu versus Chris Flexen. Chris Flexen, 6'9" 4-year. That should be a pistol whipping by the Toronto Blue Jays. That should be a waxing. Saturday, Kikuchi versus Block, Blach. Don't know how to say that. And then Sunday, I believe who goes after Kikuchi?
That
Gossman.
Would be Gossman, yeah.
Yeah, Gossman on Sunday. Again, every single pitching matchup the Jays have from here on for the next couple of weeks is a mismatch. They have substantially better pitchers than every single team they are facing. So there is no reason the Toronto Blue Jays should not be sweeping these motherfuckers. I'm saying a sweep. Ernie talked me into it. He said the boys are buzzing. Give me a fucking sweep. Understand? I want a sweep. All right? We need it. It's Coors Field. Let's get a Davis Schneider home run at Coors Field. Oh my God. That ball might go 500 feet.
Off the scoreboard would be sick. Jays get swept.
Okay, you're doing the thing again, which worked this series because the Jays won it. Let's play competitive baseball.
I like a good Coors Field ass kicking. Corbin Burns-esque home run at some point would be awesome.
Yeah. See, maybe Vladdy will leave the yard. I don't know. He's almost at 20 home runs second half. I mean, he's only like 30 away. But yeah, I'm excited for it. Let's have ourselves a weekend. Friday Beers is back on Friday, folks. We've been on a hiatus for a couple of weeks. Friday Beers is back. Get excited. Look forward to it. I cannot wait. Announcement coming on the stream on Friday. You'll see a different logo in the bottom right of the display. Let's have ourselves a weekend. I know I will. Also, Curtis, enjoy Nashville. That's why I'm wearing the hat right now. Enjoy Nashville. Love you guys. 8-14 forever. Let's have ourselves a goddamn weekend.